Go!
Let's go!
Episode 10. Thanks for joining us. Do you know I actually did some preparation for this episode?
Dude, just quickly, hit me then. 10.
I will.
That means
I will. We're
double
at 10
digits.
So that means we're double digits on this one. And it means also that we did 10 plus 40 lockdown companions, right? Plus 5 Where's Ollies. So this is the 55th episode. That's a lot of episodes, isn't it?
And dude, and what's the significance behind 55? Little pop trivia for you.
Go, let's hear it.
My lucky number.
Exactly why I brought it up.
My lucky number, dude. 55.
So let's do some maths. Oh, I should have done this first. 55, what do you reckon we're averaging out at? 1 hour 30?
Yeah. 55,
and I mean,
1 hour
you
30s.
are a saint if you've listened to 55 times 1 hour 30. I mean, I don't know how many people have listened to every single one of these jabbering nonsense.
I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah,
I think you'd be very surprised. I mean, yeah, I think you'd be very surprised.
That's a lot,
I
though,
do
isn't
it. Dude, hell of a lot. So if we did do that rough calculation...
let's do it. Let's dry people's ears out right off the bat. You know what I mean? Let's go fucking straight into stats, dude.
Stats.
First 2 minutes. Oh.
Hour and 30 is 90 minutes, right?
90 minutes. Yeah, 90 minutes.
So it's a simple calculation of 90 times 55.
Really?
Is that correct?
Really, it's well easy, yeah. I could do that now, but I'll let you do it.
So I've got 4,950.
And then how do you divide that into 60? That means it would be in hours, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So 4,950
See,
divided by 60. 82.5.
Do you see how casually smart I was then?
Yeah, really casually smart.
Yeah, that was super smart for me, anyway. So that's 82.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hours, dude.
It's a lot of hours, man. It's a lot of hours, isn't it? Mate, I think... Yeah, I'm glad you kept a bit of a track on that, to be honest, because I haven't.
There you go. And that's 80... We'll say again.
82.5. So 82.5 hours. Dude, that's crazy.
And that's how long it takes for me to realise that 55 is your lucky number. And we're there.
Yeah, there we go. Everything's just come together.
We talked about it before. We should have really... episode 10 makes it sound like we haven't done 55 episodes.
It does, doesn't it? It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's like because we've changed the show name a few times and stuff. But
exactly.
But this is it now, isn't it? Like this is the thing.
This is it. It's a solid name. It doesn't include COVID-19.
No,
like it.
No, sending you around the globe trying to find you, catch up with you.
Because
Where's Ollie, dude? I like that. I still like the concept. I think it's cool.
I like it as well, and I liked all of the branding and drawings and stuff.
Yeah.
But Where's Ollie? He's at home most of the time. I mean, I have done some from abroad, and I bought my microphone, so it's possible, but it's just...
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, travelling's not that easy these days, you know? Goodness.
Especially when you add in electrical equipment and things that look like bombs, or I don't know.
This microphone looks like a bomb, look at it.
Yeah, it does. It is the bomb.
Really
that
does.
microphone.
It's that bomb, man.
That bomb. Yeah, it's tough, man. But you have been travelling a little bit, and hence why we're a little bit late this week.
Roundabout. Yeah, sorry about that, dude. I tell you,
it is
I was
your
flat out.
fault.
It's my fault. It's entirely my fault, and I'm really sorry to all the listeners. That I'm sure it ruined their Wednesday.
Oh, mate, some people haven't got through. I guess we've lost loads of subscribers. They just didn't make it through to Thursday.
Yeah.
Or Friday,
true.
Whenever this comes out.
Stinger, man. Well, hopefully we'll make it up with this fantastic belter of an episode.
What I love about this show, and I guess for people listening, is the contrast of sometimes we're like legit organised and like, right, we're going to do this, we're going to talk about this. We've got a time in the diary, because we usually try and do these on a Monday around 2:00.
Yeah.
And then the opposite of that sometimes happens where we're like, I don't know, can we do tomorrow? Can we do today? Can we do this evening? Can we do early morning? Just derails quick. But it is 50-50. It's 50% my fault as well. And we're adulting hard at the moment.
Do a joke here. Look, there were problems underfoot. Am I right?
There you go. Yeah, there has been problems underfoot, dude. Honestly, it's adulting's hard sometimes, isn't it? Adulting's hard.
I couldn't tell you, mate.
I do it once every 5 years, it turns out. I adult a little bit.
So you had the carpet men in?
We've had half of the upstairs done so far. So this is actually part of my recovery strategy is I figured if I decorate, it's not only something you can just plod on with, but it's sort of like functional recovery, because it's not just like, you know, working out, stretching, whatever, like rolling walls, moving furniture, just stuff like that. I thought this is a good idea. Like, this is not a bad time to be doing this. And then at the end
of it, you get something that you wouldn't have wanted to do when you could be riding. So
exactly, that was kind of my idea. So I thought, right, I'm going to start decorating. So I sort of, I started this ball rolling with Emma. I was like, let's just go and buy some new carpets, because we bought this house 5 years ago, and I think the carpets were probably put in 15 years before that. Like, they're disgusting. Yeah. And it's just one of those jobs that we just never got around to doing it. So I was like, right, if we buy new carpets, that means that we will decorate, because we'll want to do it before the carpets go down. And typical of me, I just go all in on something, don't really think about how it's going to work. Yeah. Don't really consider the fact that, you know, we've got shit all over the house. Yeah, and it's a lot of work. So, like you just said, running on fumes, man. And not to bore people to tears too hard, but dude, every night I've been up painting. 2:30 we finished last night.
Right, so we've actually started this episode with statistics, paint drying, and carpet chat.
It's tough.
It is a full start. I reckon we need a new start.
Yeah, should we start again?
Start again.
I'll release that first bit as a bonus episode.
Imagine.
That bit's going to be on Patreon. It's going to be $4.99 a month.
Yeah, and you'll just be like, fucking, what am I paying for?
Dude, the idea of putting 2 squares of carpet under some slippers is a really, really, really good idea. And not just putting the whole... Yeah, really solid.
What carpet are you going for?
Oh, mate, we've gone for a really good one, actually.
Is it deep pile?
Deep, yeah, it's deep. It's anti-cat scratch, apparently, as well. And
anti-cat scratch?
Yeah, we got a bargain, bro, because of all this... I don't know if it's Brexit or whatever. There's loads of issues with lorry drivers at the moment and stuff getting here, right?
Yeah.
There's an issue with that.
Yeah,
delivery in general. So our carpet isn't coming for an extra few weeks. So they upgraded us to a better quality carpet. So instead of 13 quid a square metre, we've got like 20 something, 18, 20, I don't know.
So you're rolling around on alpaca now?
Dude, yeah, we're just going to...
You got mink upstairs.
Mate, I'm balling here, man. Honestly, it's so sick.
Nice, dude. Nice.
So yeah, so it's a bit weird actually, because I'm sat here in a room which has got nothing in it.
So I quite echoey.
I put 2. Yeah, so apologies for people listening. It might be a little echoey. This.
Do you reckon it is? That's mad that it makes that much difference. I don't really understand sound waves, but
no, I don't. I think you've got to like stack the room out, haven't you, with loads of different varying
angles and shit.
Angles and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas at the moment, there's nothing in here at all other than a bike, and I thought I'd put 2 things behind me that really sum up my personality. So I went with wetsuit, surfer,
dude, yeah.
Miami Dolphins top. NFL starts next week, so that's all I could get. So
that's good. I like the preparation. It's good.
I really thought about it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It looks good.
Yeah, really
sick.
Great.
So how are the ribs?
Mate, I'm getting there, bro.
You're talking completely normally now. I can't rip you for anything. I can't do anything.
The only thing that catches me out with the internal injury at the moment, other than like exercise and stuff, is sneezing. Sneezing's bad. That's a world of pain. I went to the physio on Monday. He was really like stoked. He's like super complimentary. He was like, I can't believe how far you've come. I can't believe you're this far ahead of, you know, where you actually should be in theory. But,
nice.
You know, I've been treating this like a full-time job, dude. You know, I have been treating it like a full-time job. I've been like hammering it every day, trying to get better. He suggested that I tried getting out of breath, because that's the only thing that I haven't done in 8 weeks. So
do you get on a spin bike yet?
He reckons I can start riding in about 2 weeks from now.
Sick.
Really gentle. He's like, just go out and just see how it feels. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just going to go around the block a few times and stuff. Yeah. So, but it was good just to go out and just cardio. Yeah, it was good just to get out and get out of breath there. I just went up to the local rugby field the other night and just like walked the length of the rugby field, then ran back, walked. It felt so good just to
run.
Yeah, but really gently. But yeah, got some running in. It was really nice.
Oh, mate, you're good to go. That's sick. Fuck
yeah, sick. Super stoked, man.
Amazing.
I feel like as soon as I came off the pain pills, it was like recovery actually started. That's how it feels. It's like as soon as they were out, things started coming together again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hyped.
Stop feeling weird, Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah, I'm stoked, man. Honestly, it's so good just to be able to go and do stuff and just go and even moving furniture, just stuff that you just can't do. You take for granted. Yeah.
Lifting tea to your mouth, fantastic.
Oh, mate, living the dream. Living the dream. Don't even have a straw anymore for that shit. So
good man.
Yeah,
good
boy.
to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, but my life's boring. Yours is exciting. So let's talk about you for a bit.
No, it's not. Well, I guess we had the World Cup this weekend, so that's a good place to start, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Can I just start by saying no?
You didn't watch
I haven't. No, I didn't.
How the fuck am I meant to talk to you about it?
I'm so sorry.
I fucking watched it.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to everyone out there, but I think this is part of recovery in a way. Is like you start getting a bit better, and the last thing I want to do is just sit and not do anything. If that makes sense. So Sunday was like a really nice day. Saturday actually the race was, and it was like right. I could sit and watch the World Cup, or I could be actually recovering. So I opted for that, I'm afraid.
Right, in which case, I am going to just start from my trip then. Just, I don't want to make it about me.
I am going to watch it. Was it a good race?
It was a good race. But, so, I've flown into Zurich in Switzerland, and as I land, I get a phone call from Mikey, Benny's mechanic, who we had on the show. Bren's mechanic, who we had on the show. And he just says to me, Bren's been airlifted off the mountain, something with his femur, he's lost a lot of blood. So that's all like I know when we land. So then we just, obviously you just like panic. Like you just don't know, well not panic, but you don't know what to do. Like I just immediately thought the worst and thought it was a compound femur fracture. I mean, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, what was your plan then? To go straight to the race and hang out at the paddock, or?
I don't really have a plan. I'll be honest. I was floating around until Sunday.
Standard. And how far away is Zurich from the track?
Couple of hours. But so we heard was that, and then like all the rumours were kind of going around the pits that it was his femur was sticking out his leg, and like I thought shit. That's because obviously that's a really gnarly injury. That's like the biggest bone in your body, and we. Anyway, it turns out it's funny just how the information gradually clears up, and it turns out Bren's like he's come off on a super fast section of track, and I went there afterwards. Obviously, I rode it afterwards, and it's like he's mega quick, and
the GoPro footage is. It's gnarly. You like come over that like blind,
and it's into a bit of like
rollery sort of thing, and then there's a bit of darkness, and then
a lot of shit's blind, really. Like, I'm really not used to that much blind stuff, really. Like,
right.
Anyway, so so he's. It turns out basically he's obviously. I guess everyone's listening to this already knows, but he's like cut his leg super bad, down to the bone, and been airlifted off. And had just endless stitches and had these like horrible little bottles filling up with blood out of him.
Yeah.
But I guess Swiss hospital's the best place you could be. We turned up, we couldn't even go in the hospital, so there was no rush or panic or anything. But just that initial kind of not knowing what's going on. And then we got to the pits, and there was even more like, no, he's broken his femur or this and that. Like, so that was a bit of a bummer to start with.
Big time.
And poor Bren spent obviously the entire World Cup weekend in a hospital on his own. So,
did you? Yes, obviously really sucks. Did you see the actual rock that he hit?
Yeah. I in fact see after all of this sympathy, I in fact then went and recreated the shot, and I sent it to him. This is me. So,
can you send me that? We'll insert it so people can see it properly.
Poor bugger, but that's what friends are for, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Is the rock? I'm just curious, right? Because to get an injury like that to cut is quite rare, isn't it? Like you rarely hear people having a massive
it's an impact cut, and he's cut.
So he's hit it so hard, it's like blown the skin apart almost. Is that?
It's blown skin and muscle apart. You had to have 10 centimeters of muscle stitched back together. But from what I understand, muscle fibers run obviously in one direction down your quad, or whatever that muscle is. I don't even know what it's called. And so you're not stitching them back together like this. You're stitching them back together like this, which is better. Do you see what I mean? It's instead of a horizontal cut, it was a vertical cut, which is better.
Vertical cut. Right.
I guess, dude.
Really,
I don't know what
unique
I'm talking about.
Really unique. Fucking airlifted out as well, man. Chopper buddies. Sucks.
Yeah, so somehow he's... I guess you could look at it as he's got away with it, really. I mean, it was a gnarly place to crash, so...
Yeah.
There you have it.
How's he feeling right now? Obviously, Rampage is, 5 weeks away? 4.5, 5 weeks away?
He's 100% on for it. I mean, he is walking around and stuff.
I've seen
I just
straight away.
couldn't believe, I thought muscle tear would be... that's not like a muscle... that's like a muscle cut, almost, isn't it? It's like... I don't know. I don't really understand the injury. I don't know. What do you say? It's just a cut down to the bone. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
Got lucky, though. There's a lot of big arteries there and all sorts, so...
No doubt. Dude, remember that footage of when Cedric cut his artery?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that artery. Is it femoral artery or something?
Yeah, femoral artery, wasn't it? Was
Jeez.
It something in the pelvis anyway, wasn't it? And it can pinch. Yeah. That's why I was shitting myself about my buddy Tom the other day as well. So.
Right, yeah.
When he broke his pelvis, I was just thinking about that Cedric clip, like
just squirted it. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Terrifying. So yeah, that was the start of my trip. We then went up to the World Cup and heard more Chinese whispers about.
Brent's heads fell off.
Yeah, exactly. It sort of goes like that, doesn't it? And then, because obviously when you're trackside and you've got someone screaming and everyone can see their bone sticking out their leg, I guess it's easy to, you don't have to use your imagination to think it would be femur. So yeah,
dude, it's a weird crash there. I think again, little promo. I guess if anyone hasn't seen the vlog, it is an interesting crash because he's comes over the crest of that thing and then it's into the dark and then done.
Yeah,
it happens so fast.
So there were 3 whoops. I haven't even spoken to him about it, why, or even watched the GoPro footage, so I've not really come prepared.
Oh, right. It's good.
But riding the track itself, when I rode it, you come into the dark, and then these whoops are kind of, you can't really see them that well. So it could be that, I don't know. I have no idea why. It's just a miscalculation, but it's certainly not the part of the track where you'd think that you would crash on. You know?
No, not at all. No. Crazy. The
it
Rock
was sick. I got to ride
always shows up when you don't want him. Fucking wrong Rock, bro.
It's the Rock. What? That was a small Rock, though, wasn't it? The Rock always does movies with Kevin Hart. That was Kevin Hart. So there we go. So then, obviously, I was there then for the rest of the World Cup weekend. We rode a bike park called Chur Bike Park, spelled Chur.
All right.
That was pretty crazy. Really mega steep bit of the mountain. It's like the bottom of the hill from Lenzerheide.
Okay.
So that was rad. I rode that with Even and Dason.
Oh, sick. Yeah, nice to see Even out there as well.
Yeah,
dude, I'd love to get Even on the podcast.
We should. I was actually hoping we could record this whilst I was out there.
Yes,
we could get Even
of course.
On. He's a fantastic character. So. Yeah, then we rode that, and then the World Cup happened, and we had another full French... I mean, you can't even call it French invasion anymore, can you? It's like, what is it?
Was it a French top 3? I don't even know the results.
It was indeed. It was Loris won, and Pom-Pom, Miriam Nicole won the women's, and then you got, I can't remember what order, but Deprella. Should I look this up?
Yeah, let's. Do you know... I know. In fact, I do know you've been asked this question, and I do know what your response was. So no need to share that response. But do you know why Pom-Pom is called Pom-Pom?
I actually don't.
No, I don't. If anyone knows that, because I have looked around to try and figure out what it could be, and I've yet to figure out why that nickname.
Does anyone call her it anymore? Are we?
Well, it's on the back of a jersey.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so clearly, yeah.
Yeah, she goes for it. So if anyone does know the answer to that question, can you please submit it below in the comment section so we can finally put that one to rest? Because a lot of people message and ask, why is she called that? And I'm like, genuinely don't know.
Yeah, true. Okay, so for the full podium, we've got Laurie Greenland in 5th.
Ooh.
Piron back in 4th.
Yep.
Deprella in 3rd. Bruni in 2nd, and Loris Vergier in 1st place with a time of 2 minutes 46.
Top 4, all French.
Full takeover.
Where did Greg finish that weekend?
Greg had a bad
hangover.
result, actually. Greg had a bad result. He finished in 19th place.
Okay.
The GOAT finished in 19th place. But he was looking good, man. In the full white rainbow. It's good to see him in the rainbow jersey, you know. Because I feel like used to seeing him. I don't know why. I guess like a period of his dominance on the World Cup circuit, he was in a rainbow jersey, really, wasn't he? So I think of him as rainbow guys. I think we had Danny Hart in 6th as well. Yeah, Danny Hart in 6th.
Wow.
And Reece
really
Wilson
cool,
for the UK fans in 8th.
There you go. So it's like literally France and the UK battling it out.
It is at the minute. We've got Dakota Norton sliding in at 7th and Remy Thirion in 9th.
Right.
So it really is mega French. The sharp end of the World Cup. Right.
I wonder if that'll change much when it heads over to like snowshoe. I don't know why, but you just sort of think. I wonder if more of the Americans and Canadians will probably start. I don't know.
It's tough with that much. You know, I guess if out of the top 10, everyone's going mega fast, and just confidence is a very big. It's like a PED. It's like the doping. Once you just know you're quick enough, quite often it happens, doesn't it? People sort of get it down. They realise they're quick enough. They're like, no, I can beat all these people, and then just run away with it. So it certainly seems like it's going that way at the minute.
It does indeed. Wow. Any other observations from the World Cup that to speak about? Like anything track-wise that you wanted to talk about, or any industry gossip?
One dude for me was the clip of Brayton. Did you see that?
No.
Oh no. Man, it was crazy.
Mate, am I off the boil or what? You're off the boil.
You're off the boil this week. It's fine. But the clip of Brayton was so sick, and it was like one of those clips that I like about World Cup weekends. You know, you just get someone like Adam Brayton sending it through a section, and it's so rad. Yeah,
clip will be inserted.
Yeah,
here.
I'll make sure I find the clip. Yeah,
clip will be inserted for people. Let's try and keep our finger on the pulse a little bit. I did notice that one of the last YouTube comments was really funny. It was like, it's a good thing. It says something along the lines of, it's really good if a mountain bike podcast only talks about mountain biking for 20% of the podcast.
I know, right? We are bad for it. What can you do?
Mate, it is what it is.
We also had Evie Richards winning the XC, I think. Dude, I've got to check. I need to be better. Because we could make this like a real podcast and stuff, you know? Just with a little bit of like research. Let me find out. But obviously Nino has just come straight off a World Champs win, and this is his home race.
Yeah.
So it was.
The Swiss are killing it with the XC, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look? Let's just be brutally honest here. Can you watch an XC race like in full, or is that a struggle for you?
I don't. I think I could. I find it interesting enough. I've got to say the short track is one of the most exciting events to actually watch when you're at a World Cup weekend. Like it is absolutely amazing, and seeing them, and they descend good, and it's not like it used to be. It's not like it is really, really an amazing spectator sport, especially when
short track's almost like the new duel. Not dual, sorry, the new four cross.
Kind of is, dude.
At a race.
Yeah, it's just such great atmosphere, and you know there is something really cool about kind of elite endurance athletes, like seeing them go after it. You know, these are Ferraris. You see them breathing heavy. It's like, fuck me. You know, you watch like Avancini like put a sprint in, and you're like, Jesus. You can just see him like. And there's an element of like poker face or not. I don't know. Yeah. It is really, really good spectator sport, I've got to say.
Okay.
So we had Evie Richards winning the women's, and Nino in hometown coming straight off World Champs was 0.02 seconds behind the winner in second place.
Really?
Because you know, like Swiss really look after their athletes. Like these are, it's not like just football and that's it. Like Nino and Yolanda are kind of like, you know, mainstream. Really mainstream celebrity kind of. Yeah.
I don't really know much about the XC circuit, but I did watch World Champs. At the end, Nino followed the other Swiss guy, who I probably should know the name of, up until like the last couple of corners, and then just overtook him and fucked off. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. I was sort of thinking like, where would I sit with that? You know, if it was your not teammate, but like countrymen ahead of you.
Tough.
Like, how do you balance that? Do you pass them?
Yeah, it's not like a team sport.
No. But it was interesting that he followed him for so long, and I think there was, for me, watching it, again, from the outside looking in, I was like, it's almost like if you did a road ride and you sit at the back of the peloton for the entire time, people would be like, come on dude, like pull your weight, get to the front, drag us along a little bit. It looked a little bit like he just sat there for so long, and then the last couple of corners he was gone.
I mean, that's like, fucking racing. I wonder, I don't think they'd have plans for that stuff. I don't think they would. I mean, that's just, if you're on a team with Nino Schurter, you better believe you're the domestique. You're not following him. You're not. No. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Not that there is any team. I don't know if there's any team. I actually don't know. It's great. It's a great point. I don't know if there's any drafting or team tactics in World Champs. I think as just everyone's out for themselves, but who knows?
Yeah,
who knows?
Yeah.
Again, a good point.
I'm totally from the outside looking in, and like I even noticed like at the end of the race, obviously he won. Didn't really say congratulations to the other dude. He just like fucked off, and I'm like, I don't know. Outside looking in again, I don't know if anyone has any insights in that, but yeah, it was almost for me. It was like one of the first times really watching it. If I'm honest with you, it's just not
we should get an XC guy on it. It'd be great fun to. I consider most of the riding I do as XC, which is not.
You call
correct,
it XC, don't you?
It? Yeah, I just call mountain biking XC. Like just pedaling, just pedaling around, doing a couple of descents. I call it XC, but it doesn't look much like what they race.
No.
I mean, they are. I always find it amazing. Like I just watch thinking the front's going to go at any moment. This like seated position, uphill cornering, like carrying speed through compressions and stuff. Like it is really, really. They are really
hard to do.
Amazing riders, yeah. They
really hard to do, especially with those head angles. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. Mega impressive. So no, it's cool. And we got a Brit winning everything at the minute. Evie Richards quite dominant at the minute after world champ and stuff.
Let's reach out, see if we can get Evie Richards on. That'd be cool.
I'm watching it. I'm looking at Evie's. Was she wearing world champ jersey? Am I off? Oh, I don't know. Gosh, we need to do research. If we get a cross country rider on, we need to do some research. That's for sure.
Yeah, we could do that. We just come in like heavy knowledge, like heavy, like over the top knowledge.
Just stats once again. Just come in hot with the stats and just people just
top 10 XC facts.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
So that was the World Cup. It was a really good one to watch on. The track's mega. I got to ride the track after, which was really cool.
Good. Okay.
Because
it's hard though being a fan like full time. It's difficult, and I've sometimes you do just miss it. It's as simple as that.
You do.
Like,
I
just haven't found time. True, exactly.
Yeah, so
you just
we're even now.
We are even. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, Ollie didn't watch that. I can skip a week. It's all
exactly.
Good.
How can you miss world champs? I mean, come on. I'll tell you how. Binoculars. Anyway, so I went straight from the World Cup to film a video with Empora for Lenzerheide Tourist Board, or for, I think it's called Bike Kingdom Lenzerheide. I should really know because I've said it enough times in bits to camera. So I was meant to be doing that with Bren. Even stepped in for Bren, and we went filming with.
Did it just so happen that Even was out there at the same time? Is that
That's
how that
right?
worked?
Yeah, he came out for the racing. He's got a lot of friends that race, and he'd actually never seen a World Cup race. So he was just. He's super fan. He's kind of the same as me, like just likes biking, but loves watching racing, not necessarily participating. But I love, a sports fan basically. So he was psyched to see, and I think it was quite like eye opening for him. It was cool. It was cool being there with him. When you got someone there to kind of like renew your excitement.
Yeah.
Because the top 60 drop in, and we haven't been around for practice and stuff because we've been going to hospital and seeing Bren, or like, we haven't been around the track much. Top 60 rider, like the 60th place, drops in, and Even's just like, what on earth? Out of the gate, seeing someone pedal that hard at these like flat turns with horrible exposed rocks, and just the speed is it is quite something. It's rad to see a downhill bike being ridden by these people.
Definitely. No, it is mind-blowing when you're there in person. It's insane, isn't it? It's crazy. It's like any sport, and again, you watch it on TV, you just don't get that feeling. You just don't get the the in-person experience 100%. Of it.
A race run's a different thing, isn't it? You can watch fast guys and they're fucking about, but a race run is a different thing. And so that was really cool to go down the track with that kind of like renewed enthusiasm for World Cup racing. Not that I needed it, but you know what I mean. It's always fun to have fresh eyes on it. That was rad.
I'm interested though, dude. Can we just unpack a little bit? Because I think people might be keen to know about this. So this job that came in for Empora, how does that happen? I think I've asked you this before, but I find it super interesting that how does that happen? Of all the people, of all the riders, how do you get that gig?
Well, that was largely with that was actually largely, Bren got approached, so I just was parasitic and came along for it. But normally,
that's such a great word.
Yeah, normally it's like, it'll be like social media. That's why I can't really knock social media, because it does open a lot of doors. I mean, even I've done it all my life with magazine articles and everything, just like approaching tourist boards, and they're hyped, And
that's brilliant. That's really cool. Yeah. And you just go on, you just do that yourself. You just approach them, say, "What's up? This is what I do."
Yeah. Do you know I used to approach them through email, and I'd send them my like press book thing and examples of previous tourist board jobs I'd done. Whereas now you just, social media is so good in many ways, because it's like you've got your CV. They click on you, and then your CV is almost there. I know. Yeah. It's largely pictures of G-Wagons and this and that, but you get an idea about who you're working with, which I think is really useful. Basically we ended up doing that.
That's awesome. Really cool.
Yeah, rad.
Really cool.
And do you know what was really sick actually? Because we weren't filming with. I didn't know anyone we were going there with. Oh, I forgot to mention. Before this, we were staying in a hostel, dude. This is my first hostel experience.
And last, no doubt.
Kinda, probably, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, they're the worst, aren't they? I know we spoke about this briefly on the phone, but I've done it once as well. I've only ever had one hostel experience. Yeah, in Australia, it was actually at, what's that fucking famous beach called in Sydney?
Bondi Beach.
Bondi Beach. It was there. We got a hostel, and it was actually like something off the In-Betweeners, which I think might actually be filmed there. And we ended up in this hostel. It was, from what I remember, it was a pretty big room, tons of bunk beds. I mean, it was like being in the bloody army.
That's what ours was like as well.
There was a lot of people in there, a lot of different odours, a lot of smells, a lot of scents. From what I remember, not many windows either.
Mate, it's a vibe, isn't it? It's this certain type.
Mm.
Obviously, you get like the standard hostel user. I feel like, correct me if yours was different, but you get like someone who's maybe bike packing, and it's quite clear what they're there for. But then you get these other characters. And you can't
probably
quite
just
work it out. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we ended up in one, and like I said, loads of bunk beds, and just awkward. I mean, I'm bad at sleeping if I'm not in my own. Like, if I go to a hotel, I'll not sleep for the first night because my body's like, "Where are we? What's going on?"
Right.
And if you're in a room with a load of people you don't know, maybe a bit of snoring, maybe a bit of shifty sheet moving going on.
Yeah.
There's probably two people in one bed.
Yeah, maybe
it's
a little bit of
a bit of hanky panky going on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Heavy petting, shall we say?
Heavy petting going on, and it's just awkward. I just can't. It's not my thing at all.
It's quite a weird thing, isn't it? I guess you're quite vulnerable when you're asleep, so that's probably what it comes down to. You're like,
true, man.
It's quite a. Is it intimate sleeping? It is a bit. You don't want to sleep around people you're not fucking. You have no idea who they are. Also, we turn up and it's like we spent 3 nights there. We have a nightclub underneath, hellish nightclub underneath. Could barely sleep, dude. But you creep in the room, it's pitch black, and you're like, I don't know, creeping to a bunk bed and
oh, it's horrible. A bit of creaking when you get on the bed. Yeah. People are probably like, "What are you doing, dude? Like, shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's rough. That's a rough experience. It's not for me, man, at all. I'd rather sleep outside. Honestly, if given the opportunity, it's like bivvy bag, sleep outside in the mountains, or hostel. I'm gonna take sleeping outside every time.
Yeah, I don't want to sound big for my boots, but I just went straight from. I didn't go straight to hotels. I was just sleeping on the floor for many years before, and then someone got me a hotel, and I missed out the hostel thing. But I never would have. I never would have paid for sleeping if, before someone was paying for. Like I don't know.
Just get really tired. You'll sleep anywhere.
Yeah, I think I would book. Obviously, I'll book a hotel now, but on my own, I think I don't know. I think I'd still do a fair bit of just lying down and sleeping.
I'm with you, dude. 100%. Hostels are rough. Like you never know who you're going to meet in there. You might meet amazing people, but it's a weird experience. That
I had the funniest contrast because I went straight from that to a 5-star hotel, and the 5-star hotel is like it's a 5-star Swiss hotel. Switzerland's beautiful, pretty gnarly place actually. Not a lot of graffiti.
In what way?
Not a lot of.
Just beautiful.
Just rich people, really beautiful. Everything's expensive. It doesn't seem like they have a lot of. I don't know how that affects a society if everything's so perfect.
Dude, I think it's just a culture thing, isn't it? It's just a respect thing that we obviously do miss a lot where we live and in other countries. But I feel like that area, so Switzerland, not really spent much time in Switzerland myself, I don't think. But I always, use the example Sweden, Norway, Finland, just a different culture. It's just different, and they just get it, and it's just beautiful. You'd rarely see trash outside. It's just a different thing. It's just a different culture, and Switzerland no doubt falls in that bracket of just respectful, nice people. It's just what it seems to be. Obviously,
I reckon creepiness
money
goes
helps
on behind closed doors, though, right? Surely, if you've got all of that, it must be extra creepy. Like their Google search.
Did you not take the binocs?
I didn't take the binoculars. I didn't. I should have. But yeah, there's something odd about it. Something like the Truman Show almost. Like how can you all be this perfect and clean and rich?
It's nice. It's not. Yeah, it's nice. I mean,
I guess it is nice.
Have you been to Monaco before?
Yeah.
Have you? I've not been there. I'd like to check that out because I feel like that's probably a similar vibe. Just rich.
That's just like people. Tax evasion. Whereas Swiss feels deeper than that. It feels like we are perfect. I don't know. It feels weird to me.
What was the food like, man? Did you eat some good food?
Oh, mate, fantastic. Yeah. I had like, I think it was a 7-course meal every night. It was absolutely ridiculous. There were these plates with just tiny little things in the middle. I'm the wrong guy for it, I'll be honest, because I quite like to just sort of like shove all of it in as quick as possible. 7 courses, it takes a good 3 hours.
Wow.
That's why the podcast is late. I'm not going to lie. I was eating 7-course meals and going. It's
fine.
No joke.
When you said I'm going for dinner, I was like, yeah, okay, all right. Well, just have dinner and come back. I didn't realise you were having 7-course meals.
No, but there's no. Yeah, you can't choose outside of the 7 courses. It's 7 courses. You just have like a few bits that you can change.
Like, can you bring it all at once on one plate, please?
I know, right? I know, but it was fancy. It was fancy. Yeah, it's a lovely place. Lovely place. Wow. I think generally, just if something seems too good, I doubt. It puts doubt on me. That's my position on Switzerland. I'm a bit like, can all these people be nice and like, how are the streets this clean? Why is there no graffiti? There's no homeless people. There's no like. Doesn't look like there's a lot of hardship.
Yeah. I guess there's just pockets like that everywhere. I guess. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm talking bollocks. I'm in a mountain town, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Come to Surrey Hills, same thing. People come to the Surrey Hills and be like, "Whoa, it's bloody nice here. There's statues and all sorts of stuff."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had a good one actually. We had a trail that we were trying to find, and it was nearly too dark. So I had one of the classic mountain biking adventures. Have you done many of these where it goes completely wrong, or not really?
I've done it a couple of times, but I saw that you were out and it went dark, which is probably quite scary.
You can't fuck about with mountains, because it's so difficult to like work out how to. I forget because I actually, for all the biking I've done in the mountains, I've not spent much time doing it off my own back. I've always been with a guide or with someone who knows the way or this or that. When I think about it, actually, yes, a bike park's obvious. As soon as you're outside of the bike park, you've got to really know what you're doing. Otherwise, you can end up...
You're adventuring.
Yeah, but you can end up doing a 10-minute descent that requires 2 hours of climbing or an hour of climbing, can't you? You can really go off the wrong way. Like, we needed to go across a valley and then up the valley and this and that. So anyway, we completely got lost and it got dark and it was fucking funny. We did like 800 meters of climbing, just rushing to try and get where the sun won't go down. And we failed.
Oh no!
Ended up with a 700 meter road descent with no lights, just bombing.
Jeez.
Brakes cooked.
So you didn't have a guide there for that. So did you have a little bit of time where you didn't have
filming
to do?
World Cup weekend we didn't have a guide, and then for the actual dude, I feel like I'm just talking about my. I feel bad. I feel like I'm just talking about my holiday, you know.
But talk about it though. I want to know, like, what's it like?
So what's your experience of alpine riding, dude? And I'll be interested to. Okay, yeah. So to listeners as well, alpine riding. For me, anyway, my experience of alpine riding was like a lot of rocks, not a lot of flow. You know, these are like single track. It's cool because it's sort of real mountain biking. Maybe going down goat trails or walking trails. It's like. It's like almost kind of an A to B feel about it. But actually, riding wise, it's not necessarily that fun in my own personal experience from the past. I'm sure there are endless, amazing alpine trails which our listeners can send in to us. But the alpine trail riding, I wasn't that excited about. And we got up there, and the trails are amazing. We rode a trail called Dark Side of the Moon. It was fucking unreal, dude.
Really?
I'll send you some GoPro clips.
Yeah, we'll put it here. Like if you want, like, we'll throw it in.
I don't like this word, but it actually had like flow. You know, it wasn't like you were just worried about pedal strikes and you don't know which corners you can trust and they're flat. It actually was. It's fucking unreal, and some of the scenery was just amazing.
I've seen there's a shot that Oaths, we say Oaths, right? The post coming out of a tunnel, and then it was just like epic, beautiful.
It was really cool because I often find those spots above the trees a bit like barren and minging. I know I've talked about it before. I don't really like that. I like trees, but Swiss Alpine's all right. It's packed full of life. It's amazing. You sit down on the grass and there's just endless different flowers and stuff, and there's marmots everywhere. Have you ever seen a marmot?
No, I haven't. No,
it's like a wombat, but like a lowered. It's like a wombat that's been to a chop shop and it's got lowered.
Ripspeed wombat.
Yeah, and it always like a guinea pig that's been run over. A guinea pig that's been given human growth hormone, and then it's been run over, and someone's added a beaver tail. Good enough. Yeah. So it's like those.
I mean, I can perfectly see it now.
I saw marmots. I saw mountain goats. I saw weasels. I think I'm on my own with finding animals really interesting, but it's like one of the best things about travelling for me is like seeing these things so sick. So,
we had a good question about that a while ago, like about what the most interesting thing you'd seen. Remember?
There's
like a list of questions.
Yeah, exactly. I blab on about that shit, but I love that. Then we found this mountain thing full of tadpoles, mountain glacial lake full of tadpoles. What else was there? I'm trying to think of more animals.
And what was this actual area that you were doing the shoot for? What was the area like? Was it a bike park?
This is all part of Bike Kingdom, Lenzerheide.
I've got to say, Lenzerheide.
Yeah, you've got a big bike park with a lot of jumps and a lot of normal standard bike park stuff like you'd expect. You know, whether it's wooden wall rides that going into endless tables and North Shore and this and that. But you do also have a lot more natural or semi-natural alpine trails with flow. So it was fucking rad, actually. I could recommend Lenzerheide to ride. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't.
Would recommend to a friend.
I would definitely, yeah. I mean, some of these things you kind of think, well, I've got to say it's good anyway on a video, but this wasn't the case. I had a blast. I was proper buzzing after this long alpine descent. I couldn't believe it. It was really, really one-off, yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, it was rad.
Good vibes. Sounds amazing, dude.
Hell yeah.
Gel.
So then we did that.
Gel.
And we were with a cool team of guys. We had a wicked crew, and one of them was Peter Adam, who is a BMX filmer, 3 times gold medalist. He filmed the what's it called, the Real BMX.
Oh wow! Really?
He's a G. It was that was another thing that was really cool because it was like this kind of enthusiasm for mountain bikes. Like these guys hadn't ridden mountain bikes, so it was really mind blowing to them to get up into the mountains and kind of they're proper core BMX guys. So suspension seems maybe a bit stupid. Mountain biking seems maybe
brakes maybe
a little bit
silly,
kooky. It probably does, doesn't it? And so it was really cool to have those guys there because it just made it more exciting as well.
Amazing. Sounds good, man.
Yeah, no, it was a rad trip. All in all, rad trip. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Good. That's nice. I'm glad you had a great time, mate. I'll be honest. I really am happy for you, and no doubt everyone listening will be happy for you, and no doubt it's something to put on the list, isn't it, for people? You know,
it is on the list. It's a good trip
because I initially, obviously, again outside looking in, Lenzerheide, you go, okay, bike park, downhill track, maybe not great for a holiday, but it turns out it's amazing for a holiday.
No, I think they've got some spots up there. Yeah, and I got told there was a lot more of what I rode. That obviously
was the hotel super close as well.
Yeah, everything's easy. Everything's so Swiss. It's all perfect, isn't it? It's like
5-star hotel, great trails, flow trails.
Get saving,
dude, because it's expensive to stay there.
It's expensive.
Or stay in the hostel, and there you go.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was sick. One to add to the list. I was stoked. Can I do with my listening too? Because I've written it down.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I'd love you to.
Lewis Parker, 101 Pianos. Some UK hip hop. What have you been listening to?
What have I been listening to? Great question. Let me just drag it up. I've already added them to the playlist. She Sells Sanctuary, The Cult.
Nice.
Old school.
Like it.
Love that. Old school. Good memories to that song. Used to play it at the Speedway on repeat all the time.
Wicked.
But it came on Spotify on the radio thing I was listening to, and I was like, fuck, this is a banger. She Sells Sanctuary, The Cult.
There you go. Nice. Nice.
Have you got a watching you want to throw in the mix?
Got school watching, but I've been told I've got to watch a new 9/11 documentary on Netflix. It's apparently really good. So
yeah, I've heard that's good as well.
It's not a nutty one. It's like just a factual one.
Oh, it's not like a conspiracy one or anything. I think I don't really have a watching. Again, I've been trying to do rather than watch. But
excellent.
If you wanna do both, do and watch. I have been watching a YouTube channel that I stumbled on called Podium, I think it's called, and it's a guy and a gal, and the dude's like a MMA fighter, jiu-jitsu guy, and they do these free yoga classes, and they're really good because I'm not good at yoga. I'm not very flexible, and obviously at the moment I'm trying to get things moving again.
Yeah.
So the beginner classes are amazing because they're like really nice yoga, super gentle, nothing crazy. Then they do breath work, then they do a meditation, and it's just a really nice half an hour thing to do. So that's what I've been watching.
Nice.
That's been my jam.
That's a good watching. I like it.
Thank you. I had Sam Bowell was up here.
Yes,
which I was really
wicked.
Yeah, I was really gutted about, to be honest, because obviously he came up here to go riding and I couldn't go riding, so we just went out for dinner, which was really nice. Him and Mark came up, went out for some dinner and stuff, so that was cool. But yeah, tried my best to show him around from not being there. So I was like, right, you need to go to this spot. I was just sort of trying to show him stuff on Google Maps.
Yeah.
Trail forks and all sorts of stuff. So
right.
It sounds like he's had a great time. So that was good just to catch up with Sam. So yeah. Thanks, Sam, for coming up and stopping by, because he didn't have to. He could have just carried on.
He's a man. Sam's a man.
He is the man. It was good. We had a good chat. Started doing a little bit of planning for Freedom Ride 2022.
Holy.
Some shit. Yeah, so it was good. Really nice to see him. So yeah, shout out Sam.
I had a
quick question I was going to ask you. It's more of like a riddle.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a riddle. So it'd be interesting to see what people think of this. So. Fine. What is something that you, when you were like younger, like preteen, you really wanted it, but then as you've got older, you don't want it anymore. You want to get rid of it. Is there anything that springs to mind?
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about a bush, right? I wanted a bush.
That's exactly the same, yeah, man. When I was younger, I really wanted those pubic hairs. As I got older, I've realised not that good, to be honest. No. And I remember, dude, the first couple of tufts down the old side of the love length, thinking I was the man.
Really,
walk a little bit more swag. Turned into a man. The throat was getting a little bit of an Adam's apple. Yes. Maybe voice was starting to break a little bit. Good times, dude. Good times.
But then what happened?
Then you get older and you realise that this shit's gotta go, dude. And that's basically
So
where we're
how
at.
the fuck do you do it? Do you do it with fire? Like, because I was thinking about, I don't know, because it's out of control down there at the minute, but I was thinking about getting some, like, I don't know, petrol or maybe, I don't know, maybe something that burns slower, like oil, and then smothering
I've done it like that in the past, dude.
And just like set fire.
Yeah, in the past I've done it that way, to be honest. Yeah, I think some obviously links sort of like Africa, something like cheap like that, and a lighter, and just light your nutsack.
Yeah,
definitely no more hair.
Yeah,
it's done. So
is that what we're saying is the thing to do?
Yeah, so that's our sponsor for this week's episode, folks. Links Africa. £1. But no, or you could do it in a way that isn't gonna nick your nuts. And obviously, we are talking about the number one product in men's grooming, which is. Should we do it after 3, 2, 1 again?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Manscaped.
All right, and they sent us some copy, dude. And honestly, usually when stuff like this comes through, I'm like, it's a bit cringe. But I read it this week, and I was like, it's actually really funny. So, attention, listeners across the galaxy, all the way from Australia to Houston. Do we have a pube problem? If so, our friends at Manscaped have cleared you for takeoff with their 4th generation and brand new Lawnmower 4.0. Kick your pubes to the next planet with the Performance Package 4.0. The orbits in your pants will feel like you're in zero gravity when you use the best tools for the job from the leaders in male grooming. Join the 2 million men, dude. 2 million
It's a lot of pubes, man.
Worldwide who trust Manscaped. It's a lot of bush, a lot of hair. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get your rocket ready for takeoff.
Oh, I like it.
That's good, huh? Yeah. By going to manscaped.com for 20% off. There's an offer code below, folks. The offer code is now different. You know why it's different, Ollie? Fun fact.
Why is it different?
Because we sold too many of them. They had to change the code. They had to change the code. Too many of our listeners went to Manscaped and actually bought something. So they had to change the code. So the new code is RideCompanion20. That will knock you 20% off anything and everything on manscaped.com. Got a few favourites, obviously. Myself, obviously, the standard Manscaped shaver.
Yeah, it's
fantastic. Here it is in real life. I'm decorating, so we can probably just have a bit of the old tash off, look.
You've used that on your nuts, though, right?
Dude, I'm not.
You got pubic hair on your face now,
dude. Don't care.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I'll own that. To be honest with you, I'll own that. I'm northern. I'm going to be tight. I've now got half a mustache, but I'm going to be tight.
Yeah.
Am I going to have 2 shavers, one for south and one for north?
You're not.
I'm not. No, I'm just going to clean it. And this thing is actually waterproof, so you can just wash it.
That's good. That is good. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be good to
go.
Do
you know what my favourite product is? It's the Crop Preserver. It's an anti-chafing ball deodorant.
It is. And
that's fantastic.
Am I wearing this as deodorant at this very moment?
Are you? Yeah.
Yes. It's so good under your arms.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, I figured it's for your nuts and it's like a deodorant and it's anti-chafing. And I was like, well, I'll just put a bit on my hands and just throw it under my arms and you've got a nice anti-chafing.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
It's good. It's great.
That's the toner. Yeah. Fantastic. Big thanks to Manscaped and many thanks for supporting the show.
Yes, amazing. Stoked, folks. So yeah, manscaped.com. Enter the code RideCompanion20. You'll get 20% off anything and everything on the store. It helps us out massively if you do use it. And I feel like people are actually finding a lot of value in this company because a lot of people obviously went over there and took advantage of the offer. So that's dope.
A lot of people have a lot of pubes. And we're here to help.
Makes you wonder what people have been doing in the past.
Yeah.
A lot of blood.
Look after yourself, man. Oh, yeah, come on.
There you go. All right, manscaped.com. RideCompanion20. Thank us later. Beautiful.
What we got
what else
next?
Are we going to talk about?
Have we got listener questions this week?
Yeah, we got some listener questions, bro. Oh, we just need to... so we did the OiOi challenge at Malvern's.
They were brilliant, weren't they?
Yeah, they were good, man. They were good. Is there anything that I've looked at the comments and I've looked at all the messages that came through of people trying to vote. There is a clear winner. There's a clear winner. But is there anything that...
No,
who would you...
I think it's time we announce the winner.
Okay, so the winner has to be the Bukkake poster. Yeah. And yes, it's a Mountain Bike Podcaster. Yes, someone has just won a competition by creating a Bukkake poster, which is quite ridiculous.
It is, yeah.
But I believe it was either Stuart Ketchley or the something athlete. I'm so sorry. Let me just double check that.
I'm pretty sure it's Stuart Ketchley.
Yeah, because I mixed up the names. So
got ya.
Yeah, I mixed it up and then yeah.
That was like the. Right. I'll tell you what you just did. You just did this drum roll.
It's pretty much exactly what happened. and now I can't find the bloody photo. Oh man, we'll clarify that. But yeah, there's only going to be one person. If you created a Bukkake poster and got Deeks to sign it,
big up.
You've won a competition.
Many thanks.
Reach out through Instagram, and we're going to get you a signed OiOi jersey sent direct to your house.
Oh yeah.
And Deeks is going to sign it. So that's going to be nice, isn't it?
That's nice, isn't it? It's a nice prize.
Yeah. It is a really good price.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to definitely make sure that we spoke about. I don't think so, man.
I've covered all of my stuff. I've covered marmots.
Yeah.
I've covered Swiss life seems odd. I think some of my notes are pretty good.
I like that you do that. Why not?
Yeah.
It's good.
I think
Taking
we're done,
notes.
Yeah. There you go, yeah.
There was one thing I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
That I heard in a podcast, and it really got me thinking about like what it could have been in my life, and I thought I'd just pitch the question to you and the listeners to have a think about. So I can't remember what podcast it was, but they were talking about a specific linchpin when you were younger which like transformed your whole life, like either a scene that you discover or a style or something that like made you change everything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I believe the technical term or the actual description is a linchpin, and it got me thinking about what it could be for me, and I found it really interesting sort of going back and sort of figuring out what made me go from being a young kid to basically finding your sort of not way in life, but like, okay, this is a scene that I sort of resonate with.
Yeah, let's hear it. I want to hear your linchpin.
Well, naturally it's going to be sort of action sports. But there's like one key thing that I really forgot about that really changed everything about me. And that little thing is actually Jackass. Because I remember that the culture around it, though, it was like the skate culture, the action sports culture, the clothes, the sort of not giving a fuck attitude, having fun, filming content. Quite ahead of its time, really, Jackass.
Yeah.
And it just got me thinking, dude.
Yeah.
Jackass 4. And it just... I don't know, it just got me thinking about, like, it's quite interesting when you really, like, think back. I remember I bullied my mum into getting Sky TV because I couldn't watch Jackass, and I basically, like, convinced her that we needed Sky.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time Jackass was coming on and I could finally watch it in my own house, and, like, it was crazy, dude, like, this weird feeling of, like, oh my god, like, so excited for it. I don't know, it just got me thinking, and not necessarily, like, the obvious thing, obviously, mountain biking, action sports, motocross, that's a huge thing in my life, but, like, that little maybe side thing which takes you towards a specific direction.
I'd definitely say, for me, I'm not, like, I wasn't very confident when I was little. I was pretty shy. And I think it was just knowing that it's probably the same for a lot of people, finding out I was good at something, or seeing that I was good at something, and kind of realising that I think I went through the first tiny part of my life just thinking everyone's better than me, you know, or like everyone's good at stuff and I'm not. And then I found, as soon as I found out I could be good at something, I was like, fucking everyone's the same, and I can be good at if someone can do it, I can do it. And I remember that being a very empowering thought as a young version of myself. And it was pretty much just basketball at first, because I realised I was like better than my friends, and then that made me. It's not confidence, just confidence in myself, not confidence like I'm the bollocks, but just self-worth. That's what it was. Sport gave me self-worth for sure.
Nice.
And
I think that's similar to what I was saying as well. I remember sort of before the Jackass thing, I'd already, discovered Moto and I was wearing different clothes to everyone at school. I was the kid that people would be like, what's that? Like, why are you wearing this shit? Like, what even is this Fox logo or whatever it could be?
Yeah.
And then you sort of discover this scene with Jackass and stuff and skate culture and whatever that there are actually, there's other people out there. And it wasn't easy to find those people back then because we didn't have social media.
Yeah.
We didn't really have access to cable TV and stuff like that. So you just sort of felt like, I'd read magazines and you see the clothes that people are wearing. You see adverts for shops that are selling specific clothes and you just want to have it, but you maybe don't necessarily see all the other people that are involved in the same thing. If that makes sense. And I think discovering that and sort of discovering okay, there are other people like me. There is different ways of being that isn't just like this. Definitely. At my school, it was like football, rugby. You can be a little bit different.
What it was to
basically.
Be cool, kind of thing. You mean?
Yeah. And even if that being cool is your own idea of being cool, you're giving yourself that permission to be
self-confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy that I don't what actually is being cool. I think if I'm interested in something, I couldn't give a flying fuck. I largely couldn't give a fuck anymore, and I think that's come from maybe just being happy within myself. Yeah, because I think when I was younger, I don't know if I wouldn't have brought up that I find marmots interesting. You know what I mean? I couldn't. I do, so I couldn't give a fuck. I think that's the best thing that sport's given me because it's given me free reign to just be authentically myself.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
Probably
really cool.
So that's probably the linchpin for me. It probably is sport. Thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's a good question though, isn't it?
Interesting thing though, isn't it?
Yeah. What's your?
I love that.
Yeah. Question what your linchpin is. Linchpin is the term.
What
right?
is it? Yeah, and again, I don't necessarily say for me it is a show called Jackass or it's people that were largely high on stuff doing stupid shit.
Yeah,
it's that acceptance of the culture of it and you can go down a different.
No, I understand
route.
Completely. Yeah, and it's not. Yeah, and you're not saying it's when I say it, it's not. I'm not saying it's fucking made me so great today. That's not what I mean. I just mean it was the biggest changing point in my life was going from being shy, scared, worried, thinking everyone's better than me, to just being comfortable in my own skin. It's not. I'm not.
Totally.
I need to clarify that I'm not saying I'm the shit because by no means am I the shit. But also I don't care.
I was just looking actually for a message that came through. So we actually spoke, and I'm so sorry I've forgotten the guy's name. We spoke about the dude who worked at, took a photo with a Formula 1 car.
Oh, yeah,
and he reached back out, and he works there, he works for Mercedes, very kindly offered to let us go for a look around at some point.
Wow, that'd be
so I'm so sorry. I just wanted to public apology that I haven't replied to him because I was like, I'm going to leave that. I'll come back to that one. That's amazing. I'll find it and I'll reply and, say thank you and stuff. And I haven't got around to it yet. So public apology. I'm sorry. You will have a reply later today as soon as I've found your message. But yeah, really cool. Really, really cool.
I've been watching the Formula 1. That's what I have been watching. Unfortunately for Mercedes. Well, not unfortunately. They got 2-3. They're chasing Max Verstappen at the moment.
Okay.
So, but you didn't watch that. So conversation ended really, innit?
Almost. Yeah, I've seen that that Netflix are doing another series of Drive to Survive, so that's good. I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I do like that shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
We had some cool news this morning, I guess. So there was a podcast came out yesterday with, do you know this comedian Ed Gamble and James A. Caster?
I don't think I do, dude. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
I don't think I do.
The comedians. Jamie Oliver was a guest.
Okay.
And Jamie Oliver's a massive sax fan.
Oh, yeah. I remember you saying, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy this. So over the last year or so, I speak to Jamie Oliver quite a lot through Instagram.
Yeah, sick.
It's fucking so weird. Like, we just
sort
of go back
and stuff. And
just go back and forth every now and again. And we've sent him a load of product and stuff. And he did like this huge sort of, it just came up in conversation about underwear, I think. And he was like, I discovered this brand. And then this morning it's gone like kind of viral, this clip. So like all the newspapers have posted about it and stuff. It's just cool. So I've been like, I just went on Instagram then, like going back and forth with him about it. So it's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's right.
He's like a huge sax fan. Really, really cool.
There you go.
Okay. Enough.
You got a discount code for that as well, or what?
No, not at the moment, mate. But if anyone needs sax, feel free to reach out. I can always figure something out for people. But we're going to be doing more with sax in the coming yeah, more on that soon. Actually, we got some stuff coming up.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to do some bits. So let's do some listener questions.
Let's do some listener questions. I'm sorry I've run out of beans. I feel like I've run out of beans today. I've gone through all my points. I thought I had loads of different topics of conversation. It turns out I just don't.
It's all good, man. It's all gravy. At MFT Bike 3, and then a couple more numbers. Good question to kick things off. Mortgage advice? Question mark.
So that's literally it. You just put mortgage advice.
Yeah, and why on earth someone would think that this is the place to come to for advice, I don't know. And I kind of thought, mate,
advice.
Good effort for shooting your shot. Like, why not? Just ask two random dudes who talk shit.
Do you have any?
Yeah, I do actually. I think my advice for someone getting a mortgage, if you're really young, if you go to the bank and they say, for example, you can have 150 grand. Don't buy a 150 grand house. Try and buy a 100 grand house. Keep your outgoing super low, because it's really nice at the end of every month when you know you can pay your mortgage. Don't work to pay a mortgage. You know, I think I'm a prime example of that. We've got a really small house. It's nothing special, but no drama. And I know a lot of people that get in over the head, you know, I want this big house. Like, ask yourself why you really want that thing. Is it to show your friends that you've got the biggest house? Is it because you think that it's some sort of credit? I can't say the word. I don't even know the word. Forget that word. Is it some sort of like thing that you feel like you need to have? Is it always bigger and better is the best? No. Keep it nice. Get on that ladder. Go from there.
There you go. Solid advice from Davey. I was going to say just fucking borrow as much as you can. But
let us know in a couple of years, dude, which way you went, and we'll see where you're at.
Well, I did borrow as much as I could, so.
Wow. Well, you have to down south.
It's all means tested anyway, so it's fuck all like a borrow. No. They wouldn't let me borrow loads, they'd only let me borrow a little bit. What can you do?
Yeah. Okay, we got one about Brendan's crash, which I think we've covered pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. T. Lancaster, preparing to go riding. How do you do it? Do you have a tub full of gear you take everywhere?
Interesting. Very interesting. I've got to say I'm probably the worst guy for it. In terms of stuff that I'm carrying on a ride, because I don't even ride with a water bottle a lot of the time.
Same.
Like a ride is
Nothing.
So I'm actually probably the worst guy for that. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, like kind of what you carry like with you.
Yeah, it's two ways, right? Like if you go on a trip and you go in the car, do you take anything with you?
Right, got you.
Arguably, I don't either. I'm that guy that's like, has anyone got a pump? Has anyone got an Allen key?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think when I go away, I take a mech hanger. You know, I just have I have certain things in my bike bag. I could go through those. Maybe useful. I have an inner tube, a shock pump, mech hanger, brake pads. What else do I have? Tape, chain lube, and toothpaste and zip ties. Yeah, and toothpaste because then you can have toothpaste and deodorant in your bike bag, and then you don't have to do that annoying thing in the queue where you take out bloody see-through plastic bags and. And that's it really. Yeah, so I don't know if that's helpful or not really. I run one ankle brace all the time, and then sometimes knee pads, sometimes not.
Oh, a company reached out actually. I'll try and find it about ankle braces. They make custom ankle braces.
Custom ones. Wow.
Yeah. I'll find it. Sorry, I forgot. You've just reminded me now that someone reached out and were like, they wanted to try and get in touch with you.
Oh, cool. Wow. There you go.
Yeah, I'll send it you.
Right.
What else we got? At Evan X Trader, could you find Wyoming on a map? Big no from me. It's a big no.
It's tough. That could be America's. Anywhere. Yeah, it's tough. Spain's a big place. You know. No, I would struggle. I feel like it's north, but
I'd go south.
There you go. Let's find out who's right. Okay.
All right.
I'm typing that in because we do have the internet here. We're being lazy.
Yeah.
Wyoming is bordered on. Shit, where is it? I can't even. Right.
Is it even a real place? Is it like a trick question?
Dude, it couldn't be more central.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, we were both
above
wrong.
Colorado.
Oh, beautiful.
And
I bet
below
it's nice,
Montana.
Dude.
Well, I would say it's.
Oh, I
would say it's central.
It's beautiful. Evan Trader, if you live there, dude, please send some photos. I'd love to see where you live. That's my go-to place. I think if I had to emigrate at the moment, it'd be Colorado. So
would it? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Whereabouts?
Don't really know. Just somewhere like it just all looks beautiful. Mountains. It's got everything. It's got nice summers. I think it's got heavy winter. It's got hockey. It's got mountain biking. It's got everything.
I've never been.
That's where I'd be going.
I'll put it on my list.
No, me either.
Wyoming.
Yeah, there you go. At proper for Manseiths. Oh, I'm so sorry, I've butchered your name. Pro Performance.
Proper. That's terrible.
My word. Pro Performance. T8. Yeah, it's got another HS on the end of it.
Okay.
Performance. Yeah, it's got like a on the end of it. But,
okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fair enough then. Yeah.
Holy shit. 3 tips to blow up a berm.
Blow up a berm. Well, let your tyre down and go inside. That's what all kids are doing on Instagram. So if that's what you want, do that. Then you don't even have to go quick.
No. True, just a little bit of, I don't know, I again, something I couldn't actually explain how to do. I guess unweight, then push, then turn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds about right.
I don't know, but yeah, try and... Oh, I feel bad even.
Just going like super fast, like way too fast, and then just slam on the anchors.
There you go, there's your top tips for how to blow up a berm. Big up all the trail builders out there.
Dear. Okay.
Who we got next? Who are you going to butcher next?
Matty Baker 1985.
Easy.
Why are trails called trails, but trails are also called trails? Jumps are also trails.
Makes a good point.
Does make a good point.
It does make it confusing because if I say I'm going to ride trails, I mean dirt jumps. But then I often have to clarify afterwards, so I might as well just say I'm riding dirt jumps. But there's a difference, isn't there? Because you can go to a spot and it can be like dirt jump spot sounds like bike parky and like it's sort of trails to me is like nasty steep. Do you know what I mean? A line of jumps.
Yeah, I do.
Really,
I do.
Not like wooden kickers with like that's more. If it was like a wooden kicker with a dirt landing. With a big gap in between, that'd feel more.
I feel like trails leaves a little bit more to the imagination. Dirt jumps. I think even my mum would be like, dirt jump.
Yeah.
Trails, you'd be like, interesting. Maybe a few more corners in there.
But he makes a good point. I don't think we need any more categories, do we?
No, we don't.
You know, because trail is like that's to be honest, like the kind of bike that I like. Like my jam is my Focus Jam is considered a trail bike.
Yeah,
it does make it confusing.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Does make it confusing.
Goodness gracious me.
Especially how some of the sort of younger gen, or I guess anyone, is riding trails, as in dirt jumps, on trail bikes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There you go.
I don't know.
We have no answers, as is often the case with listener questions.
True, yeah, but we'll try. We'll come up with some bullshit.
Always trying,
Okay. Hang on, this is a 2-parter. One sec.
Oh, 2-parter coming in hot with a 2-parter.
I'm thinking about becoming a bike mechanic. Question for both, mainly Davey. For both, mainly Davey. What is your? And then there's no other part, which is what's the confusing part. So yeah, I guess thoughts on becoming a bike mechanic. Yeah, I mean, why not? It's a great way to make a living, I guess. But just my honest opinion of that would be very careful, as I've said a million times, about turning a hobby into a job. Because no doubt by the end of the day, when you've been working on fixing bikes, you might be sick of it when you get home.
There you go.
Be very mindful of that. I had a really interesting chat with Neil, actually, from Focus yesterday about bikes in general. And... yeah, really interesting. Just to touch on it a little bit, because I think people do find this stuff interesting. That at the moment, a lot of factories are shut down again.
Yeah. Carbon
that manufacture bikes, carbon production, shut down again, and also a lot of the motor producers, Bosch for example, have been shut down for a while.
Yeah.
So he was saying that there's probably going to be, and this is a little top tip for the listeners, there could be a little bit further down the line another huge shortage of bikes. So if you are considering selling your bike and then replacing it, just make sure you can actually get yourself a bike first, because a lot of people, my friends, did that lockdown volume 1. It was like, oh, loads of people are buying bikes, I'll sell it, make my money back. They've obviously bought them cheap or whatever, and then they couldn't replace them.
Yeah, there you go.
Then we've seemed to have gone through this span now where there is a little bit of stock and retailers do have bikes, but then it looks like another X amount, 6 months, let's say, from now, we're going to have another shortage. So
yeah, I believe
keep your eye on it.
Pinkbuck did an article on it, actually, really covered it really recently about the Vietnam COVID shutdown.
Yeah,
because that affects a lot of specifically carbon bikes. That affects.
Yeah, and a lot of the manufacturers in like Taiwan and stuff like that are shut down. So yeah, just be mindful of that, folks, because a lot of people, a lot of brands aren't going to have any bikes by the looks of things. So
yeah, there we go.
Interesting. But yeah, I'd say bike mechanic. Yeah, great.
I actually worked
really
as a bike mechanic in Halfords when I was younger.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there because I'm also a qualified bike mechanic, and I was a professional.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a very bad bike mechanic. If anyone really wanted to know why that's funny, I'm very bad.
Yeah. Leo Coyle Smith. Not a question, but just wanted to say, skate jam went well. Had a high hippie jump contest. 2 guys tied at 51 inches.
Nice.
How big's 51 inches? About that. I don't know. It's pretty small. I reckon I could ollie 51 inches.
What's a hippie jump is where you go... Hippie jump is where the board goes underneath and you go over.
I believe it is.
51 inches? Yeah. I can't fucking think how big that is.
That sounds terrifying
1
to me,
second,
to
please.
jump off something. Oh, prepared.
51 inches. Can that be right? That's massive!
That's huge. Leo, if you've got some footage, please send it over. I'd love to see that. That's insane.
Someone did that. Someone's
Dude, are you sure that's right?
51 inches. That's up to...
Holy!
That's up to there. That's basically up to my nipple.
That's like GoPro chest mount height.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Wow. I'd love to see that. Yeah. What's the world record for hippie jump?
Let's have a quick look. Who was competing? Fucking LeBron or something? That's insane.
I know,
wow.
World record hippie.
Did you manage to listen to throw it in there while you're doing that? Jin's Jams. Did you manage to listen to Donda yet?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. My apologies.
Me either.
Sorry, Jin, dude. My apologies. I've got no excuse. I could have listened to it on a plane, but yeesh. No, sorry, I haven't. Right, do you want to know what the highest skateboard hippie jump is? Because to be honest...
Yeah, please say it's 50 inches.
Dude, it's not far off. 59 inches.
Jeez. I reckon whoever's got that is a bit of malpractice when you get there.
Yeah,
8 inches is only small.
8 inches is what? It's like that big?
Yeah. It's like a fingernail, isn't it?
Yeah, tiny.
Oh man, no, I haven't managed to listen to Donda yet either.
No.
Like I've put it on and like I'll have it on, but then I just tune out and I just turn it off. It's just not. It doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, but I'll carry on. I'll give it another.
Keep going,
go.
Dude.
Yeah. Okay, great question. Sean Smith 00. Oh man. What bike component would you take up the ass if you had to in a life and death situation?
Okay.
Oh god. What bike component would you take up the ass?
I'll tell you what it wouldn't be to start with. It wouldn't be the cassette.
Cassette would be tough.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the cassette. Man. I'm gonna say just brake lever.
You're going to go brake lever? That big? Okay, I just go like the screw out the back of the brake lever, I guess. Is that a component?
Shit, the grub screw.
Yeah, I take grub screw up there.
I thought I was being smart then, picking the smallest one, but you've actually... Oh, what? You've got a grub screw and I've got brake lever hanging out my arse. Come on.
Could go the valve, like a tyre valve. That could be quite funny. You should blow yourself up.
Yeah, press the valve cap would be quite good.
Yeah. And then get...
That's not bad, actually, yeah, because it's smooth as well.
Valve cap, or just the full valve and just go for it and just, get some air in there. I bet you can make some funny noises.
If I was a sponsored dream, I would have said death grips then, but I'm not.
Tough. Ribbed.
Good question, though, Sean. Thank you.
Great question. Really great question.
Please send in your selections as well to all our listeners.
Yeah.
I think cassette wins it, doesn't it? The wheels, be tough. Frame, head tube, just different headset parts.
Great question. Really great.
Let's move on.
Again, comment section. If anyone's got any insights,
love to hear.
At Mountains of the Mind, guys, what are your skincare routines? Where do these come from? It's like they don't watch or listen.
No, they probably just want you to answer, and they feel bad about asking me.
Yeah, because I got a great skin, huh? Just daily water, nothing else. I don't use anything. Haven't for 34 years, I don't think.
There you go.
Just water. Don't use anything. Used to have really bad acne as a young man.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, real bad, awful, real spotty lad.
Stinger.
Horrible. Used to use that horrible Clearasil stuff. It's like peroxide. It's fucking disgusting.
Good, can it?
And I just think water. That's what God put on the earth to wash yourself with. You don't need any chemicals. Again, listen to any of that Darwin O'Leary stuff about stuff you put on your body. Your skin is an organ. It is like a mouth. Whatever you put on it goes in it. Think about that for a second. Yeah, there you
go. Thanks for that advice,
what
Davey.
You put on it goes in it.
Thanks for that advice, Davey. So for me, I just use diesel.
Diesel, a lot of diesel. Is that from like sucking diesel out of the G-Wag?
Just put diesel on my face and just... I don't know why I do it. It's just become a habit.
Yeah.
Skincare.
It's working.
I actually wish I had moisturiser stuff. Can you see like the crow's feet? It's bad from sun and squinting and stuff. I'm just an idiot. Yeah. I don't mind though. As a dude,
maybe buy some sunglasses.
Yeah, I run sunglasses. Yeah, that's true. But that's not skincare. I kind of think as a guy, you just look like you've lived a bit. When you look beat up.
What did you say? You said something once. Were they smile marks?
Did
you say that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Smile scars. Smile scars.
There you go,
smile scars. That's better. I smile too much, mate. My skin's fucking scarred.
Can't help it.
Smiling.
Can't help it, dude.
So happy.
Life's too good. Life is too good.
I believe Manscaped have got a skincare routine.
And that's what I meant to say, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I believe they have. No, it's not anything to do with the thing, but I'm pretty sure they do, and I'm pretty sure that we can talk about it soon.
Oh, okay,
anyway,
nice.
At Conal100, when are each of you going to organise a trail ride-along? Davey in the Peaks, Ollie in the Surrey Hills.
Well, that's a cool idea, actually. That's a really cool idea.
Did you try that idea I said the other week?
No, I didn't. There weren't enough people there. No. But a ride-along would be great fun, wouldn't it? I guess it's almost like a freedom ride, but on tour. That would be really cool. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's do a ride-along.
Okay.
I'm keen.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, let's do it. I'd love to organise that, actually. That'd be nice. Don't even take any organising. We'll just throw a date up and we'll just meet everyone there and go for a bike ride.
Absolutely, yes. I'd be keen.
Could do a north and a south, whatever. We'll figure it out. Middle, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be into that. Yeah. Should be riding again, folks. Just Ollie and I spoke about it. Did we speak? Oh no, we spoke about it at the start of the podcast. So hopefully, I reckon another month, and I'll be out
back amongst
actually riding.
Yeah,
riding bikes. Yeah, fuck yeah. Any tips at Connell Allardyce? This is a good one. Any tips for someone who just moved into a flat with a mountain bike, especially in winter? It's a good one.
It is a really good one. I have actually seen... I'm not a very fussy guy and I don't have carpet. So for me, I just wheel them in, chuck them in this room that you can see behind me. But I have actually seen there's like these bike socks for people that live maybe in cities or maybe a place where there's carpet. and you can just zip it up entirely around your bike. I can't remember who they are.
Wow.
Yeah,
interesting.
But that'd be a good way of like, I don't know, if you're trying to, like I say, not get it on, not ruin carpets and you're renting a place or something like that. Yeah,
that's a good one. I think I have the same issue. I don't live in a flat, but obviously my bike lives upstairs. Bikes live upstairs, and it's a nightmare getting it upstairs. I did post a video ages ago about how to lift an e-bike up a flight of stairs, so that might be helpful. Because one of the things is it's actually getting it without mud going everywhere. Yeah. So I'm. Just having new carpets as well, dude. My life's going to be hell through winter, trust me.
Yeah, there you go.
So I've got that, and then maybe
get one of the socks.
Maybe also look at washing the bike, like before you come in. Works, little portable jet wash.
That's it. If you don't have an outside tap there, that's a great solution. I did that for ages before I put the tap in.
Yeah, really good idea. So maybe use that. Yeah, there's a few there, isn't there, to get on with?
Yeah, I think so. I can't think of any other. I mean, I wonder if you could just take your wheels off, because it's not much effort.
True, there is that.
You could take your wheels off and lock them up.
I like what you do. You obviously put them up against the wall, which is what I've started doing here as well. So it limits a little bit of space, because space is often a bit of an issue as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite bulky things, bikes, really, aren't they? I mean, there's better hobbies. Maybe consider a different hobby.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
Hobby,
yeah. Try.
That's the best piece of advice. Yeah, just like
darts.
Yeah, darts doesn't need much. Or I was going to say table tennis.
Yeah, definitely table tennis. Yeah, that's a good one. Spike ball. Just get a spike ball kit set up indoors.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. I'm liking these listener questions. They're always good, aren't they? Our listener questions. Always keep sending them in. I thoroughly enjoy them.
Yeah. Last one.
Fantastic.
Maybe another one. We've got loads. At Razoo.
Ooh.
What's the worst / most useless component you've used on a bike? Worst / useless.
There will be something that I need to try and remember. Over the years, there have been so many.
You know what I used to have, which was silly? They were brake lever grips. You used to slide them on.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. They were shit. That's pointless.
That is pointless.
Totally pointless.
That is really very pointless. Yeah. I actually can't think of any in recent years. I mean, bikes have come on so much. When I was younger, there used to be products that were like, like FSA Power Pro cranks. I mean, you just nail them so quick and easy, and like, I can't actually think.
No, it's tough, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's tough. I think most things are pretty good these days. There you go.
Sorry.
At Richie Biker, why aren't there more mountain bike rider autobiographies? Why aren't they, Ollie? You tell me. You'll know the answer to this. Why aren't there any mountain bike autobiographies?
I don't know.
Maybe we're not old enough. It's not an old enough sport yet. I don't know.
It could not be an old enough sport. Also, it's fucking tough out there, isn't it, for autobiography writers? Like, I don't know if there's much of a. I don't know.
Petey's got one coming out, I think, which I named, and he never texts back. But whatever.
Has he? Yeah.
Yeah. Won't Book Down. I love that name. It's so fucking funny.
That is good. Yeah.
Won't Book Down. I don't know. Maybe we're just not. I mean, dude, a Sean Palmer autobiography. How sick would that be? I mean, Greg would make a big. Warner would make a great autobiography,
wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it would. It actually would. That'd be really cool.
There you go. Yeah. Food for thought.
Yeah, really good. Thank you, everyone, for those listener questions. I really appreciate
Brilliant.
it. The upload is a little bit quiet at the moment, folks. So don't forget, in the show description, there is an uploader. Upload a video, upload a photo, where you listen. We haven't done that this week because there weren't many in there, but I did forget to check. But I did check the other day.
You didn't even check. And then you're telling people that they need to get on it. Honestly, dude.
I'll be better. Dude. Please upload some listener content. It's good. Send us a video where you ride.
Really those,
Send us a question. They're always really funny. Just anything. Just send it in. And I think that's it, and that's that. I mean, don't forget, folks, Manscaped, 20% off everything. Enter the code RIDECOMPANION20. Get rid of that bush. Throw away the Lynx Africa and the lighter. You're done with it. We've got a better solution for you.
Absolutely.
got a better solution. If you want nuts like Olly's and mine, then that's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need manscaped.com.
Yeah, absolutely. My people have been saying, because I've just been at a sauna where you do it naked. A lot of people were like, "Whoa, dude, do you use the same barber as Craig David in his prime?" That's what people have been saying. Like, that's how, like,
really,
like how tight the lines are and stuff. It looks like a
You've lined it up, have you?
Yeah, it's like really angular.
Like a Fu Manchu round the edge sort of vibe. Have you gone for?
Yeah, dude, I'll have to show you. You know, you'll have to see it to believe it. That's Manscaped for you.
There you go. All right, and for we'll put that on Patreon at some point.
Thanks for listening, everyone. This has been episode 10 or episode 55, Davey.
55 sounds better. So
peace.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you.
Still gets me that.